Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Lydia, and I'll be guiding you through this gentle practice this morning. Let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat, either on a block or a folded blanket. And we're just going to sit in a cross-legged pose, also called easy pose. On a block or blanket, your hips are a little higher, which brings your knees a little lower than the hips. This helps to bring your spine into more of a neutral alignment. Draw your shoulders back and down. And begin to lift up through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin slightly. And from here, we'll just start to breathe in and out through the nose. You can close your eyes or just give a nice soft gaze toward the floor. Beginning to slow the breath down here, allowing that exhale to be slightly longer than your inhale. And from here, gently blinking the eyes open. On your next exhale, drop your chin to chest. And working this nice curvature in the neck here, inhaling ear to shoulder, exhaling to center, and inhaling toward the other side. Keep going, using your breath. Maybe hanging out on one side or the other, giving a few shoulder rolls, the opposite shoulder. Just starting to open up. Come back to center, inhale your head up, give a few shoulder rolls here. And we're going to work the shoulders. We're going to start to open up the shoulders here. So just bring your hands to the shoulders and elbows come up to shoulder height. So exhale as you draw the elbows in, inhale as you open up. Nice and slow here, just noticing where you might be feeling stuck. And then come back to shoulder height, and we'll do a few circles. So exhaling as you draw the elbows in, inhaling as you open up for your nice full circle. So we're moving backward. Any cracking or crunching that you're hearing right now is perfectly normal. We're just moving through that. And then switch directions. And then from here, come back to shoulder height, and we're just going to alternate sides. Breathe deeply. Your practice, the main focus of your practice is always the quality of your breath. Nice, steady breath. Able to breathe easily in all of your postures. And then switch directions. Working through tightness here. Come back to center, exhale, release. Shake out the hands for just a moment. From here, let's go ahead and bring the hands together. Interlace your fingers. Bring your forearms together and lift the elbows, making full circles with the wrists. Breathing. And the opposite direction. Inhale, press through your palms, round your shoulders, and drop your chin to chest. Inhale, release, re-interlace the fingers behind you and start to press down through the tops of the hands as you lift up through the heart. Maybe look up or just keep the gaze forward, whatever feels good. And release. Bring your fingers together, interlace your fingers, and start to pull apart here. So elbows are in line with the shoulders. We'll do this maybe 3 times. Take your time here. Breathing through. One more time. And then from here, open the arms nice and wide. Hug yourself. Give yourself a nice big hug and a little shake back and forth. And then inhale, open. Exhale, the opposite arm comes on top. Hug yourself. Good job, self. One more time each side. Open and hug. Open and hug. And release. Let's go ahead and come off of the blanket or the block. Move that out of the way for a moment and extend your legs out in front of you. We're just going to lean back into the hands, lift up through the heart, and start to shake out the leg bone from the hip socket. So you can keep your gaze forward, or you can start to look up, so whichever feels good to you. Shake it out. And then come on back to a seated posture from here. Bring your leg bone back into your hip socket. Place your hands down next to your hips. If they don't reach all the way, that's okay. Lift up through your crown. Keep your chin tucked, and we'll make some circles with the ankles. See if you can spread your toes nice and wide here. So we're just moving in one direction here, nice and slow, working through any tightness Any achy feelings here in the joints? Switch directions. And then point and flex the feet a few times. All right, shake it out one more time. And this time, let's go ahead and swing the feet around and make our way into tabletop position. So in our tabletop, we want our knees directly under our hips and our wrists directly under the shoulders. You're going to spread your fingers nice and wide here. Inhale as you look towards the top of your mat. Exhale as you draw your navel toward your spine. So you don't want to let the belly hang here. You want a nice, strong core. On your next inhale, we're going to do a little cat and cow here. So inhale as you lift up through your heart and bring your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your chin to chest, round your spine, drop your tailbone. So here, maybe even allowing that exhale to be so deep that you're reaching into the lower lobes of the lungs and removing any of that stale air that's stuck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale, lift up through the heart, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, center. Exhale the navel in. Inhale, lift up through the heart, look forward. Exhale one more time, round. Inhale back to center. From here, we're going to do a few table to child's pose. So inhale, look forward. Exhale, press your hips back. Tip of the forehead comes to your mat or close to your mat is okay. Rest the forearms. Take a breath. Inhale back into your tabletop position. So let's do that maybe 6 times, and you can just move steadily here. So inhaling here at neutral, exhale, press back. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press back. 2. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press it back. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale back into your tabletop position. Let's work on these wrists for a few moments. So we did our wrist circles, and this time we're just going to turn the hands. We're in our tabletop position, and we're going to turn the hands so that the fingertips are pointing toward the outside edge of our mats here. Again, try not to let the belly hang. Nice, strong core here. Your wrists are still directly under your shoulders, and we're just going to rock a little side to side, just a little bit, just moving through that tightness, working through any tightness. Now you can intensify this if you wanted to by just bringing the heel of the hand a little closer together, right? It's a small movement with a very big impact. You shouldn't feel pain. All right, so bring your hands back under your shoulders if you moved them. And we're going to turn the fingertips so that they're pointing towards the knees. All right, so this time we're going to just press the hips back slightly until the heel of the hand gently comes off of the mat. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, press back. Let's do that twice more. This one's pretty intense, so one more time. And then from here, turn the hand so that the fingertips are pointing back towards the top of your mat. And we're just going to take turns on each side, just starting to press the top of the hand down into the mat. Not hard here, just gently pressing down into the top of the hand. So you're turning your fingertips towards the inside of your mat. And then let's do the other side, breathing. Make sure you're breathing. And then go ahead and come back to your tabletop. Maybe sit back on your bottom or back on your heels and just shake out the hands for just a moment. And then maybe massaging the hands. Give the hands a little massage. And the fingers here. Maybe the palm of the hand. Make some circular motions in the palm of the hand. Moving up and down each finger. And then even some circular motions around the wrist can feel good. And then do the other side. Again, some circular motions in the palm of the hand. Gently moving up and down each finger, massaging a little each finger. And then making some circular motions around the wrist. All right, shake the hands out one more time. We're going to come back into our tabletop position. And we're going to work on the hip joint. So we're just going to work on some range of motion in the hips. So what we're going to do here is we're back in our tabletop. Our fingers are spread nice and wide. You're looking towards the top of your mat. Exhale as you draw your navel in. You're going to inhale, lift the left leg so that your knee is bent here, but you're going to lift that left leg, flex through your heel, and then start to make some circular motions here. Let's move back at first. Just working through. And then switch directions. And then bring that knee back down to your mat. Inhale here at center. Exhale, press the hips back, come into a child's pose. Rest the tip of your forehead on your mat and look toward your navel. Take a breath. Inhale back into your tabletop position, and we'll do the other side. When you're ready, inhaling, lift that knee. Flex through your heel, and we'll start by making circular motions going backwards. Make sure your belly is tight here. You're drawing your navel in. You're breathing. Switch directions. And release. Inhale at center. Exhale, press the hips back. Come back into your child's pose. Tip of the forehead resting. Looking back towards your navel. Take a breath or two here. Inhale back into tabletop. All right. So this time, we're here in our tabletop position. We're looking towards the top of the mat. Exhale as you draw your navel in. And this time we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. All right. So nice strong arms, nice strong belly here. And we're just going to start to make some circular motions. We're on the we're on the ball of the foot, and we're just going to make some circular motions with the heel. Switch directions. And release. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips back. Child's pose. Inhale back to center. And we're going to step the left foot back this time, back towards the back of our mat. The ball of the foot stays on your mat. Your belly is nice and tight. Your fingers are spread nice and wide, making circular motions with the heel here. Keep breathing. Switch directions. And release. Inhale at center. Exhale, press the hips back. One more time into your child's pose. Take a breath or two here. All right, slide your hands back beside your knees. Gently press into the mat with the palms and inhale your way back up to seated. Let's come to the top of the mat. So we're going to come to the top of the mat with knees bent and feet flat to the mat here. Your knees are hip distance, and you're going to grab behind your knees and sit up nice and tall. Inhale, lift up through your crown. Exhale, lean back into your hands. Tuck your tailbone and slowly make your way onto your back. Go ahead and draw your knees towards your chest. And then with your neck and your shoulders and your head relaxed on your mat, make a few motions side to side. We're just going to rock a little side to side with the knees drawn in. Keep breathing. Come back to center, and we're going to make some knee circles. So you're going to inhale as you press the knees away. Exhale as you draw the knees in. So we're just moving in one direction here. And switch directions. Inhale, press the knees away and bring your feet to your mat. All right, so the soles of your feet are on your mat and your knees are hip distance apart. We're going to bring our arms out here. Just rock a little side to side for a moment. You shouldn't feel any pain in the knee here. If you flex your foot, it helps to protect the knee. Come back to center, maybe even making a few circular motions around the knee. And you can stay here, but if you feel like you can take this a little further, maybe inhale as you start to press on the inside of that right thigh. So you're pressing the right knee away from the body. Not hard here, just gently pressing. And then you could stay here, or you can start to draw the left knee in. So your right ankle stays over the top of the knee. You're going to keep your left foot relaxed and just grab behind that left knee. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on your mat, and we'll take 3 breaths here. Exhale, release. Bring your foot back down to your mat. Uncross your legs and bring your heels out to either edge of your mat, or your feet out to either edge of your mat. So your knees are still bent. Bring your arms out to a T in line with your shoulders. Inhale here at center and exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. And then one more time on each side. Inhaling center, exhaling, drop the knees. Inhaling, exhaling toward the other side. And then go ahead and inhale back to center. Excuse me. Scoot your feet back so that they're hip distance apart. Knees are hip distance. Your arms are back out to a T in line with your shoulders, and we're going to cross the left foot over the right knee, or just above the right knee. Flex through your left foot, so flex through that heel, and maybe make some circular motions around the knee. Rocking a little side to side here. All right, so you can stay here, or you can inhale as you gently press the inside of that left thigh so that you're gently pressing the left knee away from the body. All right, you can stay here, or you can start to draw the right knee close to the body. Keep your foot flexed and over just above the knee here. Grab behind the right knee. Interlace your fingers behind the right knee. Allow the right foot to stay relaxed. Allow your head, shoulders, and neck to stay relaxed on your mat. And take 3 breaths here. exhale, release. Uncross your legs. Feet come out to either edge of the mat. Knees are bent. Inhale at center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. So that they're just under the knees and they're hip distance apart here. All right. So and you'll notice that the tailbone starts to scoop a little here, right? All right. Inhale one more time. Exhale, draw your low ribs towards the mat. Keep your neck long and your shoulders relaxed. And on your next inhale, you're going to press into your heels and lift your hips. So we're in a nice bridge pose here. Let's take 3 breaths. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, breathe. On your last exhale, slowly lower back down. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in, give a little rock side to side. This can always feel good to the low back here. And a few knee circles. And then inhale, press the knees away. Arms are back down by your sides, palms facing down. Keep your shoulder blades together so that the heart stays nice and open. Knees are hip distance apart. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale. Exhale, draw your low ribs to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips. All right, so you can stay here for 3 breaths, or you can extend the right leg towards the ceiling. Keep the hips lifted. Maybe even grab under the hips if that feels good to you. Flex through your foot for 3 breaths. Exhale, release. And slowly make your way back down onto your back. So if that's a little difficult for you, you can always use a block under your sacrum. And I'll show you what I mean for this next side. All right, so I have my block next to me. Arms are down by your sides. Your palms are facing down. Your knees are hip distance. Your feet are directly under your knees. Inhale. Exhale, draw your low ribs to the mat. Your heart is open here. On your next inhale, press down through the heels, lift the hips. Grab your block at lowest height and place it just under your sacrum. So you can go ahead and lower the hips down, right? So you're here. And then from here, start to bend the left knee, draw the knee close, and then extend the left leg. So it's the same idea, just maybe a little easier. And then breathe 3 breaths. Exhale and release. Let's lift the hips, remove the block, and slowly make your way back down onto your back. Get your blocks out of the way here. Bring your arms out to a T in line with your shoulders. We're going to cross the right leg over the left. So knees are crossed. You're going to scoot your hips over to the right just a little bit, not very much at all. Inhale. Exhale and allow the knees to drop over to the left. So if your knees don't make it all the way down, that's okay. The idea is to keep the right shoulder on the mat. You can, if you want, you can place a block under the knees, and that just helps you to get more comfortable or more relaxed in this posture. You can also stuff a blanket under the knees. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale, lift your knees. Scoot your hips back towards the center of the mat. Uncross your legs. And we'll do the other side. So maybe bring your block over to the opposite side if you need it, or your blanket. Whichever one you have. We're going to cross the left leg over the right this time. So knee over knee here. Scooting the hips just a little to the left. Inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to drop. So your block is there if you need it. The idea is to keep the left shoulder on the mat the best you can. You could even look over the left shoulder if you like. And let's just take a few breaths here. All right. Inhale back to center. Scoot your hips back towards the center and uncross your legs. All right. Extend your legs to the length of your mat. Okay, so from here, go ahead and bring your arms back out to a T. We're going to bend the right knee and then extend the right leg. And we're just going to make some circular motions here. So you can place hands at low belly if you like. Or maybe just try to press down through that left thigh to make sure that it's not popping off the mat, and then switch directions. Come on back to center. Hug that right knee in. Switch directions. And then bend. Draw the left knee in. Extend your left leg. From here, we're going to scoot the heels over to the left corner of the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left. Reach down with your left hand, nice and actively, and then up and over with the right. So you can come into more of a goal post position. So this is your goal post position. Breathe. Two more breaths here. And then exhale, bring that right hand down by your side, uncross your ankles and scoot over to the right corner. Cross your left ankle over your right. Reach down with the right hand and up and over with the left. So again, you can extend the arm fully or even just come into a goal post position. We're breathing here. So if you get into this posture and your arm is not on your mat, you can always place a blanket. Say your arm is here and it's not all the way on the mat. You can always place a blanket or a pillow under your arm. Let's take two more breaths. Exhale, arm comes down by your side. Uncross your heels. Scoot back towards the center of your mat. We're going to inhale the arms overhead for a nice full body stretch as you flex through your heels. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, make your way over onto the side body. We're just going to use the hands and forearms to inhale our way back up to seated. So you can use a blocker or a blanket here again if you like. Or just come into a nice cross-legged pose. Lift up through your crown. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me in this gentle yoga practice this morning. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.